Job chapter 31. Berit karatib le'enai. A covenant I cut with my eyes, for my eyes. وَمَهَ إِثْبُونِينَ عَلَى بِتُولَا. And what? I would be considering upon a virgin? وَمَهَ حِلَكَ هَلُوهَ مِمَّعَلْ. And what would be the portion of God from above? وَنَحْلَةَ شَدَّايَ مِمْرَومِيم. And the inheritance of Shaddai from the high places. Halohhed la'awwal. Is it not calamity to the unrighteous? وَالنَّخْرِ لَپُوْ عَلَيْهَاوٍ. And misfortune to the doers of iniquity. Halohu yirhe darakai. Is it not that he is watching my ways? Ukol sa'adai yisapor. And he numbers all my steps. Imaha lakati imashaw. If I have walked about with falsehood, what tahash alamirama ragali, and my foot hath rushed upon deception. Yishaqalani b'mohdane tzedek v'yeda'ahaloh tumati. Let me be weighed in the scales of righteousness, and let God know my integrity. Imatit ashuri minni hadar. If my step hath inclined from the way, وَأَخَرَ عِينَيْهَا لَكَ لِبِّي. And after my eyes, my heart walked. وَبِخَبَّي دَاوَقْ muhum. And in my hand a blemish hath cleaved, stuck. أَزْرَعَ وَأَخِرْ يُهْكِرْ. I would sow, and another let him eat. وَجَهْشَاهَيْ يُشُرَّاشُ. And my produce, let it be rooted out. My producers, let them be rooted out. Imanifata libi alayhitha. If my heart hath been made simple, enticed upon a woman, according to a woman. وَعَلَى پَتَحْ رَعِي arabati. And upon the door of my neighbor I laid wait. Titahana la'acher hithti. Let my woman grind for another. وَعَلَىٰهَا يِخْرَعُونَ أَخِرِينَ. And let others bow down over her. Ki hi hazimma. For that is an evil, mischievous thing. Wuhu awon palilim. And it is an iniquity of the judges, or for the judges. Ki shahi, for it is a fire. Adhavadona tohachel, unto destruction it consumes or eats. Ubakol tavuhati tasharesh, and in all my produce it would root out. Imehemas mithapat abdi wahamati. If I rejected the justice of my servant and my maidservant, berivam imadi, in their contending with me, Umaha Kiyakumehel. And what would I do if God arose? Wiki yipakod maha athivenu. And as he visited or mustered it, what would I answer him or return him an answer? Haloha vabeten osheni ashahu. Is it not in the womb? My maker made him. Wayakunenu barachem ehad. And he established us in one womb. Ima emana mehefetadalim. If I have withheld from the desire of poor ones, or I had caused to finish the eyes of the widow, and I had eaten my morsel alone. And the fatherless did not eat from it. Ki min rurai gedelani kahab. For from my youth he became great with me like a father. Umibeten imi anahena. And from the womb of my mother I guided her. Imehera oved mibeli levush. If I was seeing one perishing from lack of clothing, and there was no covering to a poor one, a needy. Imelo berakuni halathayu. If his loins hath not blessed me, umigiz kavashai yitahammam, and from the fleece of my sheeps, my lambs, he warmed himself. Ima hanifoti alayatomyadi. If I waved over the fatherless, I waved my hand. Ki bathar azarati, because I saw in the gate my help. Katefi, my shoulder, mishikama, from my shoulder blade, tipol, my shoulder from my shoulder blade, let it fall. Wehezaroi miqana tishaber, and my arm from its stalk, let it be shattered. Ki pahadahel edahel. For the calamity of God is a terror to me. Wamishaheto lohahukal. And from his rising, his dignity, I am not able. Imashamati dhahabakisali. If I have set gold as my hope, Walakatham, lakatham, amarati, mibtahi. And to the fine gold I said, my confidence, my trust. Ima eshamach ki rabbheli. If I rejoiced because my wealth is great, wiki khabir mataha yadi, and as my hand found much. Imeherah hor ki yahel. If I was regarding the sun as it shines, وَيَارِخْ يَقَارْهُ, or the moon walking splendidly, وَيِفْتَبَسَّتَ لِبِّي, and my heart was enticed in secret, وَتِشَّقْ يَدِي لِفِي, and I let my hand touch to my mouth. Mahuha awon palili, or gamahu awon palili. Also this is an iniquity of my judge, or for a judge. Ki kihashati lael mimal, for I had been treacherous to God above. Ima eshamach befid mashanahi. If I rejoiced in the disaster of one hating me, wihita orarti ki matahora, and I was triumphant that evil found him. Walo natati lahato hiki, but I have not given my mouth to sin. Lishahol bahala nafasho, to ask for his soul with a curse. Imaloha maru mete oholi. If not, the men of my tent, if the men of my tent have not said, Mi yiten mibasharo lohanishabah. Who could give from his flesh someone who hath not been satisfied? Bahuth lohayali neger. The sojourner did not overnight in the street, in the outside. The la tai, la orach eftah. My doors to the wanderer, to the traveller, I opened. Imekisiti kahadam pasha'ai. If I covered like Adam my transgressions, litamon behubbi awoni, to hide in my bosom my iniquity. Ki eroth hamon rabbah, because I was fearing a great multitude. Wavuz mishapahot yehiteni, and the contempt of families terrified me. Wahedom, and I kept silent. Loheshepata, I went not out of the door. Mi yitenali shome ali, who would give for me a hearer to me? Hennatawi Shaddai, behold my mark. Let the Shaddai, let the Almighty answer me. Wasefarakatab Isharibi, and a book he wrote, a man of my contention. Imaloha ala shikami eshanu. If not, I would have lifted it upon my shoulder. Anadanu. I would have bounded atarotali like a wreath for me. Misapara zaadai agidenu. The number of my steps I would declare to him. I would tell him. Kamonagid aqarrabenu. Like a prince, I would draw near to him. Ima alai adamati tiza'aq. If over me my ground cried out, وَيَحَدْ تَلَامَهَا يِبْكَايُونَ, and together its furrows were crying, were weeping. Imakoha akhalati beli khasif. If its strength, that is its yield, I ate without silver. وَنَفَشَ بَعَالَهَا hippahati, and the soul of its owners I caused to breathe out. Tahata hita yeshehor. Instead of wheat, let the thistle or the thorn bush grow out. Watahat sha'ora, and instead of barley, bahasha, stinky things. Tammu divrei Eyob. The words of Eyob are finished.